Deborah Robbins from West Liberty was crowned Miss Wheelchair Kentucky in March. She says the crown has given her a purpose. At 15 years old, Deborah Robbins was diagnosed with complex regional pain syndrome.
It's a pain disease that so normally when you stump your toe or whatever, you have pain, but then your brain sends back signals, to shut the pain down. My body constantly sends pain signals, so 24 hours, 7 days a week, I feel like that I've been lit on fire.
Diagnosed a month before her 16th birthday, she says while other kids were excited to be getting their permits, all she wanted was to walk.
It was very difficult, and there was a period there that was very dark, because when you're 15 years old and you're suddenly, unable to do the things you once did. I country line danced, I played volleyball, I camped, I hiked, all the active things that typical teenagers do.
Deborah was on crutches for 15 years.
But the disease, as it progresses, as I get older, it takes more of my abilities, to mobility. But the pain, and I have hypermobile joints, so they just randomly pop out, and so I had to give in and use the wheelchair.
Now in a wheelchair for over 10 years, Deborah set out to normalize wheelchair usage, and competing in the Miss Kentucky wheelchair pageant gave her the perfect opportunity to do so.
I competed against 3 other ladies that were in wheelchairs, and well, I had no idea when I went that I would win, but here we are.
The competition gives contestants a platform to share their stories.
It's, instead of being based on beauty like most pageants, it's actually based on advocacy, what we do in our community to help others, to raise awareness of wheelchair usage. And it's based on achievement, the fact that, even though we're in wheelchairs, there's lots of things that, we have accomplished.
With crown and sash and a Miss Wheelchair Kentucky license plate on the back of her wheelchair, Deborah has spoken to civic clubs and schools across Kentucky.
My platform is improving accessibility and normalizing wheelchair usage. I want to help make the world more accessible so that we can go places in our wheelchairs. There's a lot of places here in West Liberty that sidewalks end in 6-inch curbs. You can't get a wheelchair off. And so I'm working with the leaders trying to improve that here in my town.
And with Miss Wheelchair America coming up next month, Deborah hopes her message will not only resonate with the judges, but with people nationwide.
When people see wheelchairs, their first thought is crippled or disabled and words like that. Technically, the word disability, it just means that you don't have the skill set to do something. So my theory is we need to train people that, we all have a disability. There's something we all can't do. And we need to learn to focus more on people's abilities and less on, their disabilities, what they can't do.
The pageant is taking place in Grand Rapids, Michigan, August 18th through the 24th. If you would like to learn more about Miss Wheelchair America, we've got a link on the WKYT News app.